There are three secrets or three keys that very few people know about. The three keys to making money on the internet is learning communication skills. Today, specifically because of social media, people don't know how to communicate.
That's true.
So you must know how to communicate, because all money that you earn on the internet is based on your ability to communicate with a potential customer. Mm-hmm. You can call it sales copy or advertising, but it really is communication skills first and foremost. So the first thing we teach, or that I teach, is communication secrets. I've been called one of the greatest mass communicators of all time, and there are very specific secrets of how to get your point across in 60 seconds or less. There are communication skills. When you learn them, not only can you apply them, and I teach you how to apply them on the internet, it actually is outstanding. One of the things I get is hundreds of letters from people who say, I went through the course to make money, but my gosh, my communication skills now are better. My relationship with my spouse is better, with my kids, with my coworkers, with my neighbors. They hear me. Do you ever feel like I'm not being heard?
Yes.
Right. Well, when you learn the communication secrets, you're always heard. And not only does it make you feel good, but the other person then gets what you're saying. And the affinity between you and that other person goes up dramatically because you don't have a break in communication. So the first one is communication. The second one is copywriting. You have to be able to write ad copy that sells. Now, whether that's a script for a video sales letter or a direct mail piece, nobody does that anymore, or ad copy for a full page ad in a newspaper or magazine, nobody does that anymore. But if you're producing a website or what's called a product landing page on the internet, you have written copy. Mm-hmm. You need to know the secrets of copywriting. Back in the 70s, I started doing copywriting. I learned this from some of the masters of copywriters. Most of them are dead. Ted Nichols, Gary Halbert, Frank Zarcona. These were guys who made in today's dollars, billions and billions of dollars writing ad copy for direct mail pieces and print ads that were in magazines and newspapers. So I learned the secrets. When I combined the secrets of communication with the secrets of copywriting, I then started getting hired by people to write ad copy. I produced so many direct mail pieces for other people. It generated billions of dollars in sales for them. Now, I got a little piece of the pie. I got a little percentage. It was the most amazing thing for me to get royalties, sometimes for 10, 20 years later.
Oh my gosh. On
ads that I wrote. And people always ask me, how did you become financially free and independent so early? And the magic was, it's called royalties. Knowing how to write ad copy and get royalties paid for sometimes decades on ads that I wrote. And when you added it all up, it was awesome. But the problem with copywriting is very few people can actually learn how to be a good copywriter. And I've trained people and I've talked to people and I've given them the techniques and said, write some copy. And I'm thinking, they're just not getting it. Mm. It's kind of like teaching somebody how to golf. Yeah. You know, I'm a great golfer and I'm a pretty good teacher. And if I teach you how to golf, sometimes you're just not going to get it, right? Yeah. But when it comes to copywriting, most people fail. So what are you going to do? There was a guy named John Benson who actually wrote the first VSL, video sales letter. And he was somebody who was a big Kevin Trudeau fan because he learned a lot of, my stuff and from others. And he's a genius. He built an AI program which uses all of our secret knowledge of how to write compelling ad copy, which includes something called hypnotic language patterns and embedded commands. And this is kind of the secret sauce that makes good ad copy, which is impossible to teach. It really is an innate, it's more of an art than a skill or science. But he basically trained AI with all that stuff. So now anyone can sit in front of a computer and in virtually 5 minutes get ad copy as good as what I would write.
Oh, wow.
Now, how do I know that? I said to John, nah, it can't write as good as me or you. And he said, well, why don't you test it out? Okay, so I wrote ad copy for a guy's product that he was going to use in an email. So he was going to send out an email to his list with this letter selling a product. I wrote ad copy and I knew it would work. So he sent it out. He hit a home run. I got a nice percentage on that. I made a couple $100,000 for virtually an hour's worth of work. Perfect. Then I used the AI program, and I had the AI program write the ad copy, and I sent it to him and said, try this one. He goes, oh, this works as good as the other one.
You're kidding.
Well, quite frankly, I was a little bit upset.
I can imagine.
But at the same time, thrilled, because now I thought I can finally genuinely tell someone, you can now make money on the internet. Because before, I really couldn't say that because I knew that it would be difficult for you to write the correct ad copy. But because of this, and by the way, you can't use Chat GPT because it doesn't know the secrets of proper ad copy. It'll write an ad, but it won't work.
Got it.
Or it'll work average. And some of these other AI programs, but this is the only one. So that's the second one, the art of copywriting. Now, that AI program works better when you know what I teach you, because I teach you how to put into the AI system the correct stuff so you get even better results. So the second one is being able to write compelling ad copy. The third key to success on Internet Millions is knowing what and how to market on the internet, how to build a landing page and what platform to use. How do you do upsells? It's called an upsell. So when a person buys the first product, you sell them the second product. What happens if a person goes to the landing page, decides not to buy, and wants to leave the landing page? Do you have what's called a rescue page, which means wait before you leave, and then gives the person another chance to buy? There are dozens of little techniques that I teach, and I show you the platforms that have those built in and how to use them. It basically is plug and play. So now a person can say, okay, I want to make money on the internet. And I give you, in this third section, the other methods of making money where even if you don't have a product, you can use other platforms and make money as well.